What's up, guys? I'm back with another review. Here to review uh, episode 4 of WandaVision entitled We Interrupt This Program. I was looking back because I couldn't remember the title of this episode. This has got me so freaking hyped, and I can't wait for more. But let's discuss um, episode 4 of WandaVision. We interrupt this program. It begins where left off, and we see the backstory of Monica. We see that she was a cause of Thanos' snap, and when we see a lot of her backstory, and when she a lot of her backstory, and um, when we see her after the whole snap situation, um, it's revealed that her mother passed away from cancer 2 years after the snap, after Thanos' snap, and the whole thing's the whole crime, the whole town is basically deserted because of it, and it they warp it in a way that makes sense, that connects it to the movie. So all of this, in the end, all of this will have one hell of a payoff. And she also gets, we find out how she gets into the TV show WandaVision. She gets sucked into the into the television show after accidentally going into it from the force field covering one of the towns, one of the empty towns because of the snap or whatever. And we see Darcy return, of course, played by Kat Dennings, and she's working for a agency called Sword. And if you don't know, I just read up about Sword. I didn't really know anything about them, but I just read up about them, and the way that they retcon them in this is really smart, and I I like how they did it. And there's a lot of theories that go back on when exactly they started, what they may or may not had to do with certain certain things happening. You know, it's just a whole lot to it's just a whole lot to take in. But Sword is a secret agency. They make Shield look like a bunch of children, and they've been um, under the radar of sorts, and not a lot of people really know about them. But like I said, they've been their essential goal is basically to, if you haven't read any of the comics, I just looked this up, but their essential goal is to protect people, protect and guard people like Captain Marvel, anything that basically comes from outer space, or anything like that is basically um, what they're covered with, to serve and protect anything from not from Earth. And it's just, and there's a lot of um mm, was mm, and there is a lot of questions about Sword that you may want to know. If you guys don't know about Sword, just look them up. but they will have a lot to do with. I have a feeling that they're gonna have a lot to do with more than just what's going on in this series. Um, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that my prediction is that they they might have something to do with X-Men being introduced into the series. That's just my guess. I can't make um, any I can't see the future, but that's just from where I'm standing from after watching this episode and after the end of episode 3. I get the vibe that they're gonna have something to do with introducing X-Men, finally introducing X-Men or Fantastic Four into the MCU. And there's a whole lot of other stuff. Maria, Monica's mother. We find out that Maria, what took over after her whole thing with Captain Marvel, and after essentially losing her best friend, which she thought she lost, but wasn't really dead. But she took over Sword after the loss of after the loss of Captain Marvel, and she essentially becomes like um, what's the word I'm looking for? Like she's basically Peggy Carter, and Carol is basically Captain America. That's the best way to describe it. But this episode was freaking awesome. Uh, there are a lot of stuff that we got that we may have gotten answers to. There's some stuff they left open, but I can't wait to find out what happens next. This was incredible. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. In the comment section below, did you watch this episode? What do you think? Don't forget, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.